What is going on, lovely people? Welcome to another episode of the Editorial Podcast. I'm Nikki.
And this is Chris coming at you with 14 Lake Ontarios between us.
Don't test me with geography right now. Like, I clearly was in a coma the entire time during high school.
We literally just had this conversation where you were trying to name the provinces and named one province and two cities. And I was like, what is happening?
Okay, don't hate me. No, don't come for me. I don't know. I don't know where we are. I mean, I do know where we're like I'm in Vancouver, which is the leftist on the map on North America.
The leftist on the map.
If you look on like a regular map, it's like the leftist on that continent.
It's the most west. It's the most west on the continent.
I'm looking at the map, okay, like a regular person does, and it's on the left side. Then you've got Chris, which is on the rightest side of that continent, the North Americas.
No, it's not on the rightest side. It's on the eastern side because there's the Atlantic provinces. The Atlantic provinces are on the eastern side.
Almost rightest side, because then you got PEI after you, which is that little dinky thing.
No, there's Quebec after
in
us.
Between,
and then there's New Brunswick, and then there's Nova Scotia. Oh my God.
Under you is New York, and then we've got everything in between. So, like, I love our audience from the middle of Canada. Hey, y'all, no clue where you are in space. Absolutely none.
Oh my God.
We've got me. We've got what's next? Calgary, which is like Edmonton.
Oh my God, those are two cities in Alberta. Jesus Christ.
Alberta. And then we've got Saskatchewan.
Yes. Keep going.
Yes. Is that where Winnipeg is? Or
no, that's in Manitoba, which is next door.
Which is the next one. This is the next one, right? See, yes. This is pretty good already, okay? So we've got 2 for 10. Okay. And then we've got all the Northwest Territories.
No, that is above.
Yeah, no, I know.
Okay, cool. And that's one territory.
Anything past Manitoba to me is like blank space. You know how like back in elementary school or high school, or maybe I was just dumb, you know how they had like that coloring sheet of the entire like Canada?
Yeah,
I was
the map
confused.
Of Canada. Oh my God.
Confused. No.
What?
Let me tell you, it took me like 10 minutes just to fill in fucking, what was that, Greenland or Iceland? I never know which one.
That's not even part of the map though. That's like up in the corner. Like it's cut off.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Okay, well, whatever has all those little islands are
that's Nunavut. Bits. Oh my God. Jesus Christ.
And Lake Ontario, I was just asking Chris, I'm like, is that where like Lake Superior is?
It's in that cluster. Yeah, there's 5 Great Lakes. HOMES. That's how you remember them. Homes. There's Huron, Ontario, Michigan, Erie, and Superior.
Okay, well, the only reason why I know even Lake Superior is because I saw a TikTok video.
Oh my God.
And my obsession with TikTok continues. And this girl was saying how actually, because of global warming and everything, the lakes actually is the biggest cluster of freshwater lakes. The reason being because it existed when the glaciers would melt and then form back and melt again and carved these lakes into the continents.
I'm like surprised by TikTok content right now. This is like really educational. Good job.
It is, dude. And it's like visual, right? Because I'm like a visual learner and auditory learner, so it really helps. But essentially, because of global warming and everything, the lakes are drying out.
Mm-hmm.
It's drying up and it's like being polluted and stuff. And I'm like, this is sad shit, you know?
Yeah. Like we have a joke about swimming in Lake Ontario. Like if you swim in that water, like you will come out with a third leg and gills. You'll just turn into an X-Men. One of the X-Men? I don't even know what the plural of that is.
The water was so bad.
Yeah, it's pretty gross. It's pretty nasty. That water's not great. It's nice to look at. It's very beautiful to look at. It's very beautiful to photograph. But it's like it's nasty. It's nasty.
Yeah, see, we don't really experience that over here on the West Coast because I think the lake that I saw, let's see here. We've got, was it Emerald Lake, the one that's near the the Rocky Mountains?
Sure. Yeah. I know West Coast things. Yeah.
Right. Anyways, the one that's not near the waterfall.
Oh my
I don't
God.
see. I'm confused. I don't even know where Niagara Falls is. I just know it's like somewhere in between the States and
Yeah. It's like
Canada,
south of
somewhere.
us. Yeah. That's south of us.
Confused.
Oh my God.
Anyways, we're moving
Jesus.
on. We're
Yes.
moving on.
That was
I think
geography with Nikki.
it's Geography 101. Okay, maybe I'm not smart enough to do a 101, so we could do like a 202. Okay.
No, a 202 would be more advanced than 101.
Clearly, I don't know math either.
No, that's just
that's a
how
topic
it
for
goes.
another day.
Oh my God, Nikki. I feel like you're also feeling like this because you probably haven't slept well. Because I know that you've been dealing with some stuff. Oh my
Yeah, I
gosh.
haven't.
I'm so
Let
sorry.
me tell you. No, it's okay. I think I'm just like, it's been a rough like month or a month and a bit, you know? And like just to
Mhm.
give a little background story now that I can talk about it, essentially during COVID, I was let go of my job.
I'm so sorry, bud.
And no, I think it was like, I think the best way I can describe this, because I only had just recently watched The Matrix,
Oh my God.
the best way I can describe this is that I took the red pill. COVID for me was the red pill.
Okay.
So let me just dive in there for a second. So it's more
Yes.
like this this entire time that I was working for this company, I was happy working there. Don't get
Yeah.
me wrong. I really loved my job. I was really good at it. I had really good clients and I just enjoyed my time. But I was getting to a place of like complacency, is that the
Yeah.
word?
Hmm.
Okay, where I just got really comfortable and I was still doing a good job. Like my paycheck reflected that I was still doing a good job and I still had really good clients and I was building up my portfolio. But it was like I got to a point where I was just comfortable and I'm the type of person that always wants to strive for
Yeah. To be
something more.
challenged. Yeah.
Right, but not challenged so much so that I would be like discouraged because
Hmm.
that I'm not doing a good job or that I don't feel like I'm qualified to do so. But then in that industry, I wasn't looking forward to what was next. Like what was next in line for after my title was like something in management of people, right?
Hmm.
But I did it like a sales manager or something, but I didn't want to go there. I didn't. That wasn't a step that I would want to take because I'm one of those people that I will respect you if I know that you've got the credentials to be somebody of like just somebody who's above me that I report to.
Hmm.
But if I feel like you, like, and you know, our industry is pretty small. So it's like people jump from here and here and everybody knows everybody pretty much. And like you hear a name and you're like, oh, like, yeah,
Yeah.
I've heard of
Yeah.
that person. But essentially, I, I would know like who I was working directly under and whether or not this person sucked dick to get this position
Oh
or is
wow.
literally there because of experience in the time that they grinded, right?
Yeah.
So if if it I'm ever in a scenario where the guy above me or I just know like this guy's just a dipshit, I'm not afraid to call him out on his stuff. I'll be like, hey, you know
Yeah.
what? In the most polite way possible, I'll just say, could you just explain this to me? Because I don't understand why you want me to do things this way. Right. And then either they'll
Yeah.
like one or two things, they'll trip themselves and be like, okay, they realize it's just stupid. They're like trying to change a process. Like, don't fix anything that's not broken. Okay.
Yeah.
But they're trying to fix something and it doesn't make any sense after they walk it through, like trying to explain it to me and they
Yeah.
realize that and they just walk away. Or you know, I would just I would still end up doing it because
Hmm.
you're in charge of me and you're telling me this is what I should do and I'll do it. And if it fails, then I'll come back to you with the results that it failed. And then we can
Hmm.
work on like,
How to make it work.
exactly. So that being said, I didn't want to be the person always sticking it to the man and then becoming the man.
I didn't want to be you turned to Jack Black from School of Rock. I didn't want to stick it to the man.
Is that a movie?
Oh my God, Nikki. Oh God. We might make an exception on Cranston Cinema just to like watch School of Rock.
Oh, okay. I
movie.
didn't watch it.
Oh man.
I do have, is it Gulliver's Travels saved on Facebook? Is that a movie?
Gulliver's Travels, but you haven't seen it.
No, I haven't even seen that. No. I saw like
don't watch
a
Gulliver's
minute
Travels.
Of it. And then I saved it on Facebook because I wanted to watch it for later.
Better Jack Black movies. No.
Yeah, but that really tall guy from How I Met Your Mother's in there.
So?
Okay, yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, fine. We'll watch it. We'll watch whatever Rock. What is
School
it?
School of Rock. School of Rock. God.
Well, Camp Rock is from Disney, isn't that? That's the Demi Lovato one.
No,
my bad.
Rock is like Jack Black is like this like deadbeat like sad rock musician in a sad band, and this band kicks him out, but he's still got to like pay rent and stuff. So he's like, I gotta like be part of this I don't know, like competition for like local bands to like win this money. So I'm like set, and then his band kicks him out, so he's gotta like find a new band, but then he like pretends to be a school teacher to make money so he could pay rent, and then ends up seeing these private school kids who can like play instruments and like makes a band out of them, and hijinks ensue.
Well, you already just told me the whole movie. I don't need to watch it anymore.
No, you don't know the best part. Like, I didn't tell you what the best parts of the movie are, but that's the premise of the movie.
Okay, fine. We'll watch it.
It's so good. So many quotable lines. Those kids are amazing. I don't like kids. Those kids are amazing.
Okay. I'll take your word for it.
Amazing.
But yeah, that's my explanation as to why I didn't want to move into management in my industry.
Didn't want to stick it to the man and then become the man.
Exactly. So, and it's like, I don't know if it's true for, I'm sure like in retail, there must be like some form of this everywhere, but
oh yeah,
we have it hard as females because I had it differently just because I was the youngest one on the sales team, and I'm also a female, and I had the title of being a lease manager. And so it always came with just a side plate of shade because a lot of times I would get I was scared that I would get whose dick did you suck to get this? Like you've only been in the industry for 2 years and now you're like manager on your business card, kind of thing. But that's why I would always burn myself out, and I would just be always tired. I would work from bell to bell because I was so scared that I would have people think of me in that way or have that just perception put out there. And so I worked my ass off just to show that no, like I didn't have this handed to me on a silver platter. Literally, I worked hard and I was able to show that not so much I felt like I deserved the position, but it was more like I was qualified.
Yeah. So it's like, it's bad because it's like we all have that like imposter syndrome in the workplace sometimes where it's like you have to justify to your own self why you got that position. Like when I was writing, that was like a constant thing. I was young and I was a woman and I forever was feeling like I had to be up against the boys. I was up against the boys and every single table, everything I was doing, you were up against the boys and you had to prove yourself that you weren't going to write, Nicholas Sparks novels and like dumb things because you were a girl and you were affiliated with feelings. I'm like, I can make dick jokes as much as the other guy. They can be funny.
Dick jokes.
Yeah. There you are. I know my audience. Let me tell you, Cards Against Humanity, I can dish him if I gotta. But it's one of those things, and I did the same thing. Like I worked hard. Like I was staying up way past time that I should be staying up, editing, rewriting, getting everything done while working 40 hours at another job, and like really just making sure that like I earned my title and I earned my spot at the table. And that just, burnout is a real thing. And it was the worst because like I'm still recovering from that. Like since that experience, I haven't been part of a table since because I was just a mess, and like my neurons didn't know how to fire properly sort of in that capacity anymore. So like it got to a point where I started having to like write for myself and write for the things that I wanted to work on and just take a step back from like everything that was happening there.
Do you find that helped though? Like, is it like it's like kind of therapeutic to write for yourself finally and not have the pressure of writing for a table?
It's a double-edged sword because it really does get a boot up your ass. Like, it really does get you going. I was writing some really awesome stuff that, for those of you who don't know, I have an English degree because when I went to U of T, I was like, I'm going to be a writer. And then everyone at U of T was like, yes, if you're going to be a writer, you're going to be Margaret Atwood. And I was like, I hate Margaret Atwood. So no thanks. And then I went and I did comedy for a while. I did the exact opposite of what I learned to do at U of T. But I was really good at what I was doing at U of T. So I almost started to like fall back into that, and I started to fall back into prose and fall back into fiction writing and short story writing and all of that stuff, which was really nice. It was like a good thing to sort of like get those neurons firing again instead of like my comedy brain, which was always like joke.
Which does take it takes a lot out of you to be funny. Like, it,
oh man,
honestly, I think some people are like, oh yeah, like, humor, like everybody can make a joke or whatever it is. Like, I think there's some darkness that is associated to humor and just the person that's dishing out the humor. If we're gonna go a little bit deep here, because now again we all took the red pill, we're out of the Matrix.
God.
I think that it's worth thinking about. This is like a concept of just how, if you're not, okay, here's the thing. If you're not a happy person, you can still make a joke and make other people laugh.
Yeah, 100%.
And people think that you're funny and you're okay.
I think that's a big part. I don't really talk about it very often, but like, it was a huge defense mechanism for me because I was super awkward and I didn't really know how to like express feelings. If anybody grew up in a South Asian home, like, you know that like feelings are like forbidden.
We don't talk about them.
It's that, and like, it's like we're the culture of, what are you crying for? I'll give you something to cry about. Like, that's that kind of culture. You know what I mean? So like, feelings are not like an okay thing to have. So the only way I sort of learned how to like express feelings was like watching comedies and watching old comedies with my grandpa we had a network on TV called Deja Vu. Which was like all
nice.
Yes, which was all like vintage television. So it was like the stuff that my dad grew up watching. So it was like Archie Bunker and All in the Family, and I don't know, Married with Children, and Petticoat Junction, I Dream of Jeannie, Gilligan's Island. Like, all of these shows, they were like primetime television, like in the like 40s, 50s, 60s.
Sorry, my parents are still in fucking China, so I had no clue what the hell those are.
Oh man, I have like this weird knowledge of like vintage television. Like, I grew up watching like Carol Burnett and Abbott and Costello and like all of these like vintage TV shows was like what I grew up with. And that's sort of how I learned how to emulate feeling, was from watching that in like my formative years. Like, if anybody, I was just telling Nikki, like, gun to my head, if someone asked me what my favorite movie is of all time, it's like one of two movies. It's probably like City Lights with Charlie Chaplin, or my all-time favorite movie, which is The Mask with Jim Carrey. Both of those movies, I think, really taught me like what it was like to emulate feeling, and emulate feeling in like a productive way. And that was by making people laugh. So I got to the point where I was like, okay, well, I can't be upset about this thing, and I can't be notably upset about this thing. So what if I just make jokes about this thing until I have power over it? And that's sort of
like passive aggressiveness to the next level.
Yes. So it's like, if I could like take all of the anger out of this thing and make it something that people can laugh at, I've now reclaimed power over it. And that's sort of what I like had to figure out how to do. And that's sort of how I combated my burnout by the end of it. I was like, okay, I don't want to write mushy prose, and I don't want to write stuff that's going to like make me feel things, because I don't actually know how to be equipped how to deal with that. So I'm going to write short stories, and I'm going to write funny essays, because if I take the things that I was sad about, and I took the things that made me anxious, and I took the things that gave me anxiety, and I made it funny, and I put it in a funny context, I've taken the power away from it. And now I myself can sort of get over that, like that burnout, that stress, that like anxiety that I was being filled with.
Right.
So yes, it was productive in that way. But at the same time, it's like, when I don't have deadlines consistently, I laze about, and then I'm like, I don't need to write today. I can just like sit around in my pajamas and like do nothing today. It's fine. I deserve a break. I was like on my feet for like 4 hours yesterday. I like really killed it yesterday. Clearly I didn't. I did not earn it. But, you know, I'm
Hi,
like
Candace.
oh my god, hi. But
for those who don't know or is not following, we do have alter egos that we voice on the show. And ladies and gentlemen, that was just Candace. That was Candace, right?
Yeah, that's Candace. Candy for short.
Yes.
Yes.
Part-time stripper.
Oh my god.
Part-time writer.
She's not. Jesus.
You can't come to me with a name like Candy Candace and not be a stripper.
No, she could just be like a daddy's girl, you know? She's just like never like grew up past the age of 16. She's like Alicia Silverstone in Clueless. Like she just didn't grow up. Like that's just who she is.
Right. I was just going to say, with all those ancient television shows that you mentioned,
yeah,
I'm sure that the one gentleman or one lady that's watching, or sorry, that's listening to our show really appreciates that, because we do have like a 0.1% audience that identifies within the age between 55 and 55 and 60. Or
was it, snap!
Yeah,
really?
Sorry, yeah.
Yo, yeah. Can we be
have
best
a 0.1%? I don't know who you
Let's
are.
Have like tea.
If there's more than one,
and talk about Fry and Laurie, and talk about, I don't know, Blackadder. Let's talk about all those things.
There is one person that is in that age group, which is pretty funny.
Let's be best friends.
And it's yeah. And honestly, I also, a little love to the men out there. Thank you guys for loving the show so much. Like it's we started off the show with a more male heavy audience than we did female.
Yeah.
And then clearly, because we're the superior sexuality, females took over, and now we're at 60-ish, 65%. But males, you're still there at like the 40s. Like,
yeah,
thank you.
Thanks, guys. Shout out to our new listener, Jay. I know you're going to get a kick out of this. Thank you for listening. I appreciate you. Thanks for all of your questions. The male
population.
Yeah,
thank you.
Thanks. Tell your friends. Yeah, give us your questions too. We want to hear from you. Yeah, but we're off topic again. Good Lord.
We're always, when are we ever on topic?
Oh my God.
The only thing we're ever on is I'm on fashion. And
I was going to say Good Times.
And oh yeah, we're on Good Times, and we're just woke, okay? We're just always on.
We're just always on. Oh my God.
We're always on everything but topics.
Always.
No drugs, guys. Kids, don't do drugs.
Don't do drugs. Oh my God. You know, play Scrabble and eat pie.
At least not the really bad stuff. Just like, you know.
Just play Scrabble and eat pie and have a good time that way. But
right.
Yes, Uno. Play Uno. That's how you end friendships.
We are editorial and we support this message.
Yes. God, we were talking about burnout. That was the whole thing today.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. Well, clearly, my brain is not functioning properly.
Yeah.
Okay?
Well, after you went to sleep at like 4:00 this morning because someone couldn't sleep.
I couldn't sleep. But yeah, no, I was just like getting back to the thing. I can't. I think it's just, I was so overwhelmed with all these emotions of like leaving a job that I've been at for 3 years and then now starting something new, and why I'm burning out again. It's like going back in time. I was just telling Chris that, or she mentioned to me that it might be just because I'm studying and I'm in a textbook all day, almost every day now. I do cheat. Okay, I go for hikes. And we'll talk about that. But I haven't been in front of a textbook, or I haven't read anything or gone back to school or in a school setting or whatever in the longest time. Like, I forget that we're turning 30 soon, you know? And like that in itself is just miraculous, that I haven't killed myself in some freak accident, you know, or that I haven't like driven my car into a fucking tree, because typical Asian driver.
Wow.
I'll have you know.
Oh my God.
I will have you know, I am a good driver, okay? I'm a very good driver. Whether or not I'm a safe driver, those two things are totally, they're
Those two
mutually
things.
exclusive. I am a good driver. I am just not a safe driver, okay?
Jesus.
And I am probably the best parallel parker, or just the best parker. I'm just gonna say, like, I'm just the best. I don't scratch my rims. I fucking, you know, yeah, never. Unless I'm like super tired and I haven't slept all night, and I woke up in the morning to go and have like breakfast at one time, and I didn't see that coming out of my stall that the curb came out so far. The one time, but other than that, I'm a fantastic parker. And I live by that.
I promise I'll mail you like a small trophy that says world's best parker. I'm gonna get you.
Thank you.
A small one. I'm gonna send you just like 1,000 trophy emojis.
I'll put on a bumper sticker and be like, this is how you should park. Follow my example. No joke. Like, you know those columns in the freaking parkade?
Yeah.
I will be able to park my fat ass SUV in a small car parking space. I'm not even joking, and it will not cross the line, even if I have like only a freaking like 2 centimeter, 3 centimeter gap between my front fender and the pillar. I'm fitting into that fucking spot, okay?
Yeah. Oh my God. Are you?
I have pictures of proof. No joke.
Jesus.
I will put it on our Instagram story.
This girl has pictures.
I have pictures of just the times where I literally pat myself on the back for doing such a good job of parking. Like, I'm not a good writer. I don't flaunt many things, okay? I probably shop the shit.
No, that's your thing. Own it.
Yeah, I probably I'm the best parker, and probably like I shop the shit out of Aritzia during their sales, and that's like the only 2 things that I'm good at.
I mean, you're also a fantastic human being, so there's that too.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah,
thank you. And sometimes I can cook, so like, I mean, if you need sustenance.
Yeah, you're great at cooking. Like, you and I, if we opened a restaurant, like, it would be like we would win all of the Michelin stars. We would be James Beard Award winning chefs.
I've never ever even thought about culinary school, and they'll be like, "Oh, did you go to France? Did you learn French cooking?" I'll be like, "No, son. We live in an Asian household.
Literally,
Mama Sue, freaking, you just watch. There's no recipes. There's never any recipes.
No.
Okay, how much salt? This much." And I'm like, dude, you didn't even measure the I don't even how much chicken stock
until it looks right.
And yeah, oh yeah,
until it looks right. I remember my favorite story is I make really great scones. Like that, if I love you, I will make scones. Yo, my scones are to die for. And I remember
I can barely make white rice.
I can't make rice to save my life. I'm the worst like South Asian ever.
Asian cooking to me is a freaking mystery. I can't do it. If you want a pasta dish, if you want,
yes, I can cook anything but Indian food. But like, Asian. Gun to my head, I can't do it. I can't boil rice. I'm like it takes 2 takes for me to get the rice right.
Damn it! I was hoping I'd get some buttered chicken.
Girl, no, I can't make any of that. Jesus.
And butter chicken apparently isn't even like is not even Indian
no,
food.
It's like bastardized. It's like from England. Some guy.
Dude, that's like kung pao chicken from Asia for Asians.
Stop.
It's like Panda Express, like for
it's like
for
Panda
white people.
Express. Yo, like, it's true. Yeah, but I was my friend Rebecca, shout out to Rebecca, wanted like the recipe, and I was like, honestly, I'm gonna be real with you. I have no idea. You gotta put this amount until like this looks right. And then like you gotta put the cold butter into the flour until it looks like pea meal. And she was like, what does that look like? And I was like, oh my God, I'm just gonna do it with you the one time. And then it's like, just figure it out. Like, this is just what it is.
I had like traditional Indian home cooked food when I was at my girlfriend Paneet's house. Hi, Paneet.
Shout out to Paneet.
She literally got me through, no joke, she got me through high school. And I'll explain why. Because social studies was a big part of my class because we were in like a sort of mini school. It's called the leadership program. So it's like this quote unquote elite class that we get to go on camping trips, and like we're all about giving back to the community, and we volunteer, and we started the garden at our.
Sorry, you guys were, so you were in a hippie commune.
Pretty much.
Okay, cool. I just wanted to clarify that.
We all had our like long sleeve t-shirts and shorts, like, and sweatpants and hoodies with our little like shield, like insignia. Is that what it's called? Like it's like a little thing like there going on. Our logo, yeah. And and we started the composting program and the recycling program at our school. And so one of the major classes, part of like the courses part of this leadership group mini school thing was social studies. And so let me tell you, when I have a memory of a goldfish, but back then Puneet was able to somehow drill the entirety of World War I and World War II in my head. Exactly what happened, what prince got attacked, whatever fuck went on here, and then
the Archduke of Ferdinand.
Yeah, which nations helped which other ones, and then what succeeded, and then the Treaty of Versailles, all of that shit, okay?
Yes. Shout out to Daniel Garrett, by the way. Shout out to Daniel Garrett, my high school history teacher, who is now a good friend, who's listening to this podcast. See, I remember things. Don't say that I didn't. You did a good job. Continue.
Is he the nice gentleman that's up in the 50s or no?
No, he's not there yet.
Oh,
okay. He's like 40s.
Oh, okay.
40s, okay. Definitely. Yeah. He's got 3 daughters.
You make up about 3%. 3% of our listenings. There's like about, in that age group from like, I think it was like 35 to 44, we've got like 3%.
Good job on the analytics. I love that you look at these. I'm terrible.
It makes me so happy. Like I actually really like this stuff. Like it's really interesting to see the type of people that are interested in like the shit that spews out of our mouths,
And shout out to all of you who like listen just because you're friends with us. We appreciate you.
Oh yeah.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you so much.
Like you didn't hear enough of us like in day-to-day life already. We appreciate you.
I know. Yeah, it's actually kind of crazy. But what were we talking about? Right. So Puneet got me through all of that, and that's why I was able to pass high school.
Nice.
Yeah, but studying, this is not cool. I used to have panic attacks and like anxiety attacks all the time, and it's just coming back.
I think that's what, like, when you were talking sort of about not sleeping, I was like thinking sort of your nose is in a textbook all the time. And I remember you saying that like high school wasn't easy for you either. And I was like, I bet you anything that like your textbook is now like a totem for like your brain being stuck in that sort of transitional period in high school where you're like, oh God, like, what is happening? I have too much on my plate. Like, I think that might be what's causing a little bit of your burnout and why you're not being able to sleep and everything. I'm thinking
that makes sense.
Yeah,
that makes sense. Yeah, because I do get really overwhelmed when it comes to just like knowledge stuff, because my brain's only so small, and it's not humanly possible for me to intake so much information and retain it long enough so that I can regurgitate it on an exam 3 months from now.
I get that.
So this is going to be a challenge. And I was going to say that, like, I'm an auditory learner, I realized. So I didn't know that this was even a category, because all you hear is, I'm a visual learner.
Yeah.
No, I'm an auditory learner, in the fact that like I won't fucking understand. And because, so I'm taking a course for real estate, for those who are still guessing. Clearly you don't care. But I was
oh my God, stop. We're invested.
I'm taking a course. I'm taking a course on real estate because I'm hoping that, my skills of being able to sell automobiles is going to translate into selling forever homes. And I'm excited. But besides the point of being excited, I'm this textbook, let me just tell you how thick it is.
Jesus.
Bubba uses it for a fucking bed.
Jesus.
He'll sleep on it, and it is so thick. It's so heavy too. UPS man probably broke his back fucking delivering it to my house.
Good God.
But there's no because of COVID, there's no courses, or sorry, there's no classes right now, or else I
Oh,
would like
right.
drive all the way to UBC and have and sit in a lecture, because that's how I learn. I
Yeah.
need somebody to say it to me. I can read the fucking paragraph over and over again, but if I don't have someone say it to me out loud or explain, I'm not going to understand. So what I've been doing is I've been reading out loud upstairs by myself, because that's the only way that I can learn.
Yeah.
And then this nice person from UBC, his name's Kenny, he's a tutor, and we get to email in questions that we don't understand. So Kenny's been helping me out, and he's super awesome.
Nice.
But I'm like, I email and I'm like, hey, I'm an auditory learner, so if it's possible, can you call me and talk to me, like, and tell me the answer, and like so that I can run it through my head and I can hear it. And like, the wonderful human being actually calls me instead of just emailing me back. So I've been able to get through 3 chapters so far. No, more than that. 5 chapters. My bad.
Nice.
I can't even count clearly. And the next chapter is literally 40 pages.
Yep.
I'm like, this is insane. This is absolutely insane.
Oh man. You know what I would do is maybe like, if you are an auditory learner, like see what, like, I know this sounds terrible, but see what resources are out there for like the blind taking those classes, because like there might be like audio recordings of parts of the textbooks and stuff. Because I know like at U of T, there was like those resources that were available for like accessibility reasons. They were pretty much like audio versions of the textbooks that you could just like put onto your phone and listen to, like an ebook, or what is it? Like an audiobook.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I didn't think about that. Thank you. You know what is, it's really helping, like just me just saying it out loud, like me just reading the textbook out loud so I can hear it myself.
Yeah.
That's been really helping for sure.
Yeah, because I remember like at U of T when you would have to read literally like 5 books a week because you had 5 classes and all of them would make you read like a novel a week. I would be sitting on my commute because like I have like low key motion sickness. Like I can't sit on like a TTC bus and like read a book or else I'll like get nauseous. So I would always
that's anybody.
Yeah, so I would like put it on like my iPod Classic at the time. I'm dating myself, leave me alone. Put it on my iPod Classic.
Even I don't even know what that is.
The iPod Classic is like the one that had like all of the
classic.
Yes.
Sorry, I heard plastic.
Oh no. The iPod,
the fuck is
iPod
that?
Classic, the one with the metal back.
Okay.
That had like
yes.
either
No,
like
I have
80
one of those.
gigs or like 164 gigs.
Yeah. The clicker little wheel.
Yes.
Dude.
Oh my god, mine still works. Like it's sitting on its dock and like living its best life. It sounds like high school.
I don't know where my iPod Nano is, but I mean, I can bring it back out for you.
Oh man, I'll take a picture of it.
It was
really
green.
Funny. Oh man, mine was like classic black on black. You know. Yeah, but I would like fill it up with audiobook versions of like whatever classic I was reading, Great Expectations or whatever James Joyce nonsense I was reading. And yeah, I would just like listen to these books on the way to and from school. That way I was like always having to like study. And that
so smart.
Yeah, that's what you got to make it work. You got to fake it till you make it, dude. That's all it is. Just fake it till you make it.
I'm trying, man. I'm trying.
You're doing a great job. You are.
Thank
You're already
you.
like doing the work, and that's like half the battle. So like,
yeah,
I know that you're
trying to.
Yes, but you're succeeding. Like you're already like you're 5 chapters deep. You could have been no chapters deep. So here we are.
5 chapters deep, let me tell you, is not, I'm looking at the book right now. It's not even like 1/5 of the way of this textbook.
And that's okay.
It's like 5 chapters deep, not even, it's like I didn't even, this is how ridiculously big the textbook is. Like, you know, I have to put a cardboard box to prop up the side that I finished the pages of, because on the left side of the
folding.
book, it doesn't it doesn't sit like flat. And I'm one of those people that I highlight the shit out of everything. And so I can't highlight on that left side of my book. I have to put up like a little cardboard box to prop it up. That's how big this motherfucking textbook is.
Yeah, I have Bedford anthologies of Shakespeare that are as thick as that. So it's there's like 500 plays in it.
2 encyclopedias.
Yeah.
It's like, fucking hell.
Gosh, I have some. Yeah, I still have some of my anthologies that are like stupid huge that I literally use to like prop up my fan because they're so thick. I get the height that I need.
But you haven't been sleeping as well either because of just the Toronto heat.
Yeah, Toronto heat hasn't been kind to us recently, but we did manage to get like a portable air conditioner. So like,
oh yes,
it does two things. It drowns out the noise of the demon bird outside my window.
Oh, my guy's still there?
It's been like back and forth. We put like a really like crappy scarecrow owl up on the roof, so it like hasn't been coming to our roof, but it's been coming to the neighboring roofs, which is annoying. But
it hacked the system.
Yes. I was super upset. I was like, I can still hear you. You're still screaming bloody murder. But now our the AC that I have in my room, which is like, it looks like R2-D2 on steroids, is is pumping out like super cold air and like a very like nice white noise. So like I don't have to hear the screaming of the bird anymore.
Nice.
Yeah, but I don't know. I've been having like these weird panic attacks. It's strange because like
That's
for a really
good.
long time I didn't even know they were panic attacks. I just thought like everybody slept crappily and I was just one of those people that slept crappily often.
Right.
But it's like one of those things where it's like I wake up like short of breath and I'm like, oh my God, the plague's got me. And then I'm like, no, it hasn't. Like I wake
You're so
up,
dramatic. I love it.
Listen, I'm immunocompromised. Like if it's gonna happen to anybody, it's gonna happen to me. But I would
True.
Yes. I just sort of fling out of bed, just like gasping for air, and I'm like, what is happening? And I'm like, oh right, I'm fine. But it takes like a couple
It's
of like
just the heat.
It's like the heat, and I think it's like the panic of like, well, in Ontario we opened stage 3 this past week. So just, you know, everybody's becoming more and more careless now. And I'm like, everybody just needs to stop like licking each other's eyeballs out in public. So I think that's like the residual thing. And then it's like getting back like to work now. And it's like, I'm trying to like build back up like the crippling debt I ensued during this pandemic. So it's like a combination of several things that like have me like waking up like in a panic out of breath. And also, you know, me thinking that I have the plague every 2 seconds of my life. So it's like a couple of different things, but like you know, like the emotional burnout from like quarantine and then like trying to still like factor in like my creativity while like working crazy hours because we're short staffed and like all of the other things that are like going on with my day and like trying to be like social, but like being terrified of everyone because of plague. But it's like a combination of all of those things. But like I'm slowly starting, like last night I slept decently. I also think I was just like exhausted. So I just like passed out, but
oh, that always works. Yeah.
Yeah. Hence your hikes. I'm hoping that those hikes are like really like tiring you out enough that you can at least just like pass out.
Not even close.
Jesus.
Not even close. I get like high when I go for hikes.
Oh my
like
God.
I'm just like on.
I don't understand
like,
you
this
people. God, like you like West Coast people, like you're like, oh my God, like all of these endorphins are like running through my body. Oh my God, look at me in my like Lululemon pants, man. Look at me as I like drink this kale smoothie. Oh my God, all this fresh air. Oh my God, it's like nature's heroin. It like just like gets me through my day. I don't understand you people. I don't get it. Oh my God, I will be running on 6 hours of sleep. I will be drinking Americano, and I'm like, I still hate everyone. How'd you have a run and go to the gym and all that crap and still feel great about yourself? I don't get it. You people are wired differently. Sorry, that got aggressive. I'm sorry.
No. That's okay. I think just more people over here smoke weed. I don't know. And they're just more chill.
Maybe.
No clue.
I don't know.
I don't smoke weed to go hiking, but I mean, I probably know some people that do. And what was that? That was what would we want to call him?
His name
Chad?
His name is Chadley.
No, that's like
Chadley.
No. He sounds something
it's like Bradley, but with Chad, so Chadley.
Yeah, but Chad's my like frat boy
character.
Oh,
that's right. That's right. That's your bros with benefits.
He's like
name.
Oh yeah. Sup, dude.
Sup, dude.
Well, name him Victor or something. I don't know, like William or something.
Oh man, no, he needs like a bro name. Can his name be Brody?
Okay, Brody.
Brody the bro.
Yeah.
Cool. His name's
okay.
This is like a frat house now. You've got your Chadley, Chad for short.
I've got Chad, and you've got now Brody.
Bro for short.
Who hates people who go on hikes, apparently.
No, Brody's the guy who likes the hikes. I'm the person who hates the hikes. That's just me.
No, Brody doesn't get. Oh, Brody doesn't get how we we exercise and we
that guy
still
needs
enjoy life.
That guy needs
and
a
stuff.
pretentious name. Then we'll figure it out. His name is like
Charles
or something.
Trevor.
Yes.
No, I know Trevor Noah's my babe.
We'll figure it out.
That.
It's fine.
We'll figure it out.
Sunburn.
But yeah, no, I was saying that I got tanned going on these little hikes, and this is crazy. This is when your age is starting to show. Like, I'm not saying that 28, I'm not saying that I'm turning 28 next month. I'm not saying that 28 is like even close to being old or ancient or whatever you guys identify as. It's just more like your body, your skin cells are like, oh, hey, yeah, I'm just not going to work as hard anymore.
Yeah. I've been feeling that. I get that. Like, I click in weird places now.
Oh, God, that's the worst.
It's the worst. Like, I get up and, like, my ankle will click or my knee will click, and I'm like, oh, my God. I hope no one heard me just fall apart physically.
Like, do you know how not sexy it is when you, like, I don't know, just, like, Mr. Pharmacist will be standing there, and I'd be like, I'm going to just get down on my knees. And then it clicks. And then I'm just like, okay, never mind. I'm not going down anymore.
Jesus, Nikki. Oh, my God.
I would just be like, oh, there goes the click. Okay, actually, can we sit on the couch? Like, can we just
eat TV dinners in front of, like, the 6 o'clock news?
Yeah, can we just do that? Can we make sure the volume doesn't go past 15, like, just...
Yeah.
Like, I'm not gonna heal like the way that I used to,
I forgot to take my Metamucil this morning, so I gotta eat some more broccoli for dinner.
Because I need some more fiber.
Yeah.
I tell them, like, I'm not as regular this week as I was last week. It's coming, man. It's just like we're just all slowly dying.
Oh, man. Jesus Christ.
On that note, let's move on to the question.
And that was burnout, ladies and gentlemen.
And that was burnout, guys. Question that we had from the listener, and this is very interesting because I'm just gonna side note here for a very quick second. I have a listener, a friend, a really good friend. His name's Calvin. He listens to our podcast when he drives from one city to another back home. So he lives in Richmond, and then not the equivalent of your guys' Richmond Hill. Okay, this is the Richmond that's full of Asian people.
Well, I mean, that's not a lot of differences, but okay, continue.
Oh, really? Okay, wow. But he drives from Richmond back to Surrey, like is it South Surrey? So it's like close to White Rock. But it's far. Okay, let's say like the freaking drive is like 45 minutes on a good day. So he listens to our podcast driving home, and he actually called me. Like, he actually called me 2 days ago just to say, what the fuck? And I'm like, what happened? And he listened to the podcast, and he's like, I want my money back. I'm like, what are you talking about? I don't owe you any money. He's like, I want my money back. I listened to this show. And if it was me and I asked the question how to talk to a guy, and Chris says, don't, I want my money back. He's like, if there was a table, I would have flipped it.
I give a real answer afterwards, but my first instinct is to say no. Don't do it. You're going to end up in someone's freezer.
He's like, what do you fucking mean? How do you talk to a guy? Don't. Like, he was like, just... I can't believe he called me just to complain about that. And I'm like, but you're a fan. He's a fan of you.
Oh, no.
He's like, okay. He's like, I don't know if I can describe it as a fan, but more like, I just want to question her. He's like, I want to get her in a room. We'll sit down together. I just have questions.
I already have anxiety thinking about that. So there's going to be a lot of talk about baseball as I try to not be awkward. So just get ready for that, dude. I'm letting you know that right now.
He's really good with soccer. I've
been like, why?
He's like a fantastic goalie.
Okay.
I don't know if he knows anything about baseball, but
I'm willing to
move on.
I'm willing to hear your conversation about soccer, so long as you don't talk to me about anything personal. I'm willing to do that.
But why I went on this little sidetrack here, because the question from our listener that we got over our Instagram DMs, please DM us,
DM us.
anything inappropriate. If you want to DM something inappropriate to a pretty girl and you know she'll like just say what the fuck, just send that message to us.
Oh, God.
We'll receive it lovingly.
I'm telling you right now, I don't read the DMs. Nikki does, so I will get a screenshot and then I will send a lot of cringe emojis. So yeah, that's probably what'll happen.
Please. And if you guys appreciate just the random shit that we've been reposting on our Instagram, let us know. Like, some of this shit is hilarious.
Yeah.
Okay, we find it funny, so you should too. But the question that we got from the listener was, why does love hurt? And that's why I went on that little tangent, because I want Chris just to answer this question.
God.
You've got 5 minutes.
Jesus, because what doesn't hurt, everything hurts. And life is bleak and meaningless. No, that's not true. Well, maybe it is.
So dark.
Yeah.
It's like, if this was an OnlyFans, I want my money back.
Oh my God. Okay. Why does love hurt? Because do you want me to get real with this?
Yeah, man.
Okay.
Literally, real is in our name.
Okay. Alrighty. No edit, just real. I believe that love, like many things in life, are tangible things that are here for a limited time. I think it is, as humans, our crippling knowledge that makes us feel deeply, and the knowledge that things do come to an end, that has been programmed in our frontal lobe, makes us cripplingly aware of timelines, and makes us cripplingly aware of a dopamine ending and dopamine supplies endings, and the things that give us dopamine ending. And love being one of those things doesn't necessarily last forever, as, you know, people die and I don't know, people break up, and I don't know, other things, people get separated and people grow out of each other, and all the other reasons that, I don't know, love fails. But I think us as humans, having frontal lobes and having, you know, neurons that fire in synapses, and having unique brain chemistries that allow us that higher thinking and allow philosophical thoughts, makes us cripplingly aware that these things do come to an end. So I believe that even in starting something that makes you happy, you are sort of damned to be upset, because knowing that nothing is permanent and no one lives in permanence, and things do come to an end. And I think that is my actual reason as to why I think love hurts, besides, you know, everything hurting and everyone dies. Boom! Suck it!
There's literally no in between with you. It's literally like, just, you get a one-word answer of don't, or you get the biochemistry of your brain synapses. Like, what the holy shit. I just had to I had to go to Google and just search up half the shit you just said.
Well, there you go. Are you happy? Did I redeem myself? God.
Calvin, I hope you're happy.
I hope you're friggin' happy. God. The things I do for you people. Jesus.
That's awesome. I love that. That was great. I'm just gonna dumb it down here for just the people that associate with me on my level.
Stop.
I think that people hurt, or love hurts people, because the person who is the one being hurt consciously allowed themselves to be at a certain vulnerability, like a certain point of vulnerability. Reason being, you can't hurt if you've got no emotions, right? And the only time that you have emotions is when you feel attached, right? So my thought process in that is basically, when you're with somebody that you feel like you want to be vulnerable with, you have that internal struggle with yourself, with whether or not you want to self-preserve, whether or not you want to be, you know, defensive, and if you've hurt before, it will be highly likely that you're scared to be hurt again. Yes. And so you put on that shield, that firewall, per se.
You become an armadillo.
Right. And or a turtle with a hard shell.
Yes.
That's me. And you basically just, you're more conscious of your own feelings, and it's awesome. If you allow yourself the ability to put a title on your emotions, like, and instead of feeling anxiety, maybe you're feeling excited. Like, if you can categorize your feelings, I think that it will help you just be able to control your emotions a little bit better and become a robot if you want to. But it's more like you have more control over how you act, because if you then can name out the emotion that you're feeling at the time, then you can really process, okay, well, what's the next action that makes sense because I'm feeling this way. So being hurt by love, I don't think you should see it as a defeat. I think that it is definitely a sign that you are confident enough in yourself that you want to give this person a chance to hurt you, and that's power. That's taking power, away from them to hurt you, if you just see it that way, and the fact that you gave them this opportunity to be close to you, and if they fucked you over, honey, great, you saved your time and you move on. You move on to somebody who appreciates you. You move on to somebody who, loves you, and doesn't put you in that position where you regret giving them that power to hurt you. Does that kind of make sense? Like, I feel like I'm spewing out a lot of shit, but it's more like,
no, yeah, it's like the same thing I was saying earlier, right? It's like once you're able to sort of like name that thing, and like you take away its power, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
So it's like,
I think,
once you become aware of it, it's less scary.
Yes, yeah.
It's like once you know what the possibilities are, like there's nothing to be surprised by.
For sure. And you know what? It's gonna hurt because you spent time with this person, because you made it a habit, because you made them a part of your lifestyle, your daily routine, or whatever it is. When you don't have that anymore, it's like you suffer from withdrawal just a little bit, and you're gonna go through that, and the waterworks will come. But you know what? You realize that you're a bad bitch and you move on, because that person, if they went off and did whatever to you to hurt you, clearly they don't love you or put you on that level of priority, or that amount of love that they would give to somebody that they really care about. So if you're not there, you shouldn't be anywhere else. You should just not be in their life. So don't give them that opportunity to hurt you again. Obviously, you gave them the power and the opportunity to be vulnerable with them, and to be close with them, and have them be close to you. But if they went and fucked it over, they don't deserve that anymore. That opportunity is gone. You take it and you run and you go to someone else, or you take the time to heal, and and you turn and you learn to love yourself. And when you truly love yourself, I feel like the next time you do fall in love with someone else, it doesn't hurt as bad when they hurt you, because you didn't give them your entire world, and you're not leaving with nothing. You are who you are, which is number one priority.
You learn from the experience, and you grow as a person, and nothing is permanent, and
exactly,
everything is meaningless.
Okay, no, not that. Okay, but that concludes our 12th episode. I just wanted to thank everybody on behalf of Chris and I for you guys' continued support and listening to us, through all of this
ramble.
Yes,
and be insane people. Thank you for humoring us, and thanks for listening to us. We appreciate you.
I know it's been a little roller coaster trying to get this off the ground, and regardless if it ever goes anywhere, we always hope that it does. But if it doesn't, it was just more so.
Mama wants a coffee table book. I want a coffee table book. That's all I want. I'm not gonna lie.
Chris wants
a
Grammy. No, you want a Grammy. You want.
I don't want a Grammy. I want a coffee table book. I want to be in all of the homes across North America and abroad. I want to be in Urban Outfitters.
Oh yeah,
where you can
and
buy
Anthropology
our
or something.
That's like a cool trend. Nice. Yes. Oh, that's where the bougie girls shop. So yeah, that's where I want to be.
I think that it's I think that it's more so if it's more like a time capsule for us, just as girlfriends, to have a, what did you call it? A artistic outlet for the both of us. So yeah, it's nice. It's like a verbal diary full of trash.
Yes.
So thank you guys for sticking around and tuning in every week. We really appreciate you. And yeah.
Yeah, we always want you to be part of the show as well. So send us your questions, your comments, your quibbles, quips, all of that good stuff. You can reach us at our email at edittoreelpodcast@gmail.com. You can reach out to us, as these fine folks have been with their questions, via our social DMs, a la Twitter and the Hipstagram, both at edittoreel. For both of those, the 2 is a number, because, we're fancy. Alphanumeric symbols, baby.
So cheeky.
Oh, so cheeky. So reach out to us. We want to hear from you. Be part of the show. Tell your friends about us. Thank you to all of our new listeners. We appreciate you. We love you. We see you. We hear you. Thank you guys for joining us. That's us for the week.
That's us for the week. Yes, stay real.
Stay real.